Welcome back to the Stebbins Garage YouTube channel. I'm Bill. Behind me is our latest project. Let me show you. So this is a 1998 Acura Integra Type R. It belongs to my friend Mike. I mentioned in the last video that we would be getting something in that was a little different than I normally work on. So Mike's owned this car for about 25 years and it's in really good shape, but it needs to be detailed and cleaned up and just a little bit of the stuff that we normally do. So the plan for the car is to do an interior detail, exterior detail, paint correction. We're going to do the wheels, which have a lot of brake dust on them because they're white. We're going to do the complete engine overhaul as far as the detailing part of that, and then we're going to do some of the undercarriage. I don't know how much we're going to get into on that because he still wants to be able to drive it, but we've got less than 10 days before Rad Revival, and so that is Saturday, November the 1st, and this is going to be here along with a couple other cars. It's all 80s and 90s stuff, so it should be a good time. I'm going to get into work right now. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some B-roll of the car so you can see the condition of everything, and then we're going to go ahead and spray it down, get everything cleaned up, and then get it in the shop and start working. Hope you'll stick around. So now that we got the wheels cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is the foam cannon and the clay bar. We're going to be using a chemical gassed clay bar today because that's what I have on hand. So the process will be just to foam this down with my foam cannon, use that as the lubricant for our clay bar, and then we'll get all the contaminants out of the paint. From there, we'll spray it all down, and then I'm going to do a round of iron remover. The iron remover will do just that, get any metal that's kind of in the paint, it'll lift that out. You'll be able to see if there are any, it'll turn purple, and that'll be kind of neat. Once we get that done, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood, and we're going to spray the whole engine bay down with some wheel cleaner. What that'll do is allow us to break up a lot of the dirt and stuff that's just been sitting there for years. We'll take some various brushes and get nooks and crannies, and we'll let that dwell for a little bit. Then we're going to spray it down again with just some water out of the pressure washer. Once that's all done and it's in the shop, we're actually going to take a lot of the brackets and the bolts and stuff off that have some corrosion or whatever. We're either going to refinish those, or Mike's going to order some new if they're available, and that'll clean all that up. We're going to detail that really nice. That's one of the things that I love doing. That's one of the reasons Mike brought it to me, because he wants that to look really cool as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I just finished up the foam cannon. We washed it, we did the clay bar, and I think I've done everything I need to do now on the outside. Let's go ahead and get the hood open and take a little bit of time working on that engine bay and get that cleaned up so we can bring it inside and start working on the rest of it. The engine bay is in pretty good shape overall. It's just dirty and there's some stuff that needs to be detailed. Mike's, like I said, going to get some of the nuts and bolts and whatever that are a little crusty. We're going to spray all this down with some simple green, and things like this exhaust manifold heat shield, that's coming off. We're going to paint that black, restore that, stuff like that, just to make it look better. And I think it's going to be a really, really good looking thing when we're done. Just finished cleaning out the engine bay. Still got some detail work to do, obviously. This is just kind of a first pass to get a lot of the crud out of here. The valve cover is missing some paint, and we're going to take care of all that. We got some plans for that. But for now, looking pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and blow this dry. We'll get this car in the shop, and got a spot right here for it, right between the two Firebirds, and go ahead and get working on it. Just got these floor mats out of here. They need to be cleaned up pretty good. You can see they've got some spots. We'll clean those up really well, and then we're going to go ahead and vacuum everything. We'll get this a good cleaning. We're going to change out that clutch pedal pad. This seat obviously needs lots of attention to get it clean, but you can see that bolster looks in really good shape. We're going to definitely have to spend some time on this cover and see what we can do with all that. I don't know what that shift knob's worth, but it's brand new in the package. We've got some brand new Honda wiper blades. Mike works for Honda as a parts manager, so he's been stocking up on some stuff. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Nope. What we got? Secretary's Day? I don't even want to know. Yeah, that thing is not doing its job. Let's get that out too. You can see there's something on here. I don't know what it is. And then the Acura emblem is a little. Just take some all-purpose cleaner and spray that down, and we'll get a drill brush. We'll get this out. This one is going to be a little more effort on my part. So you can see it's got some of the same stuff. We've got some fraying of the embroidery, and so I'm going to actually go get a clothes shaver. We're going to shave this down so that it isn't fraying anymore, and right there we're not going to be able to do much, but this is pretty dirty, so I think I'm just going to hit this with the pressure washer. After we clean it, we'll agitate it with just a towel. We don't want anything too aggressive because it'll pull the rest of the fibers up, but let's go ahead and do that. How's it going? Living the dream. Alright, here's the passenger one. Let's see if we can get all this stuff out. We're going to soak that. We're just using Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. Alright, went ahead and got those all done. They're looking pretty good. Still got a little bit of stuff on them. We might try and hit them again. I'm not quite sure what it is, but you can see we've got pretty much all that looking good, other than where the stitching was coming out. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. And then here is the passenger side one. You can see that Acura emblem's looking good. We're just gonna let these drip dry. Like I said, there's something there, and I don't know what it is. It's maybe some kind of grease. I've tried some wax and grease remover. It hasn't really touched it, so we'll let it dry and I'll try it again. But for now, they're looking way better than they were. So that's for the most part clean. There's a couple of little spots, and you can see there's a little bit of discoloration. It probably shows up pretty well on camera. We'll hit that with the extractor and get that stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this seat back, get to the front. Here we have an engine bay bracket. This one holds a couple of wires. I think the throttle cable and master cylinder wires. It's a little rusty just from some corrosion. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off. We've got that one there that needs to come off. One there, one there. So I'm going to kind of work my way around the engine bay and pull all the random brackets off. We're going to blast those and spray them the correct color to match. And then that'll make all of this look way better. So I'm going ahead and wrap up day one on this car. We've got everything pretty much ready to go as far as the paint correction. I just need to do some touch-ups. Got the engine bay cleaned up. It's looking really, really good. I've got all the various brackets and stuff off that need to be recoated or resprayed. So those are going in my sandblast cabinet tomorrow, and I'll get those sprayed. Mike's got a bunch of parts on order. The PDR guy will be here tomorrow, Brad, and he's going to take a look at that. He's fixing a couple dings on my daughter's car. So I don't know if he'll get to that tomorrow, but we'll get him on the schedule to get this done. I played around a little bit with the wheels, and I got that one looking pretty okay. Still got some embedded contaminants, and we'll figure that out. We still have to do the carpet and the seats, do all the extraction of that. That'll be a fun one. And I've got a couple other miscellaneous things on the list. So I will see you for the next day. Stick around.